Warning: the following video contains mature content. 18 plus only, please. All characters and events are fictitious and any resemblance to any individual OR event is purely coincidental. Please adhere to YouTube's community guidelines. We do not condone the actions in this story.
How are you doing, you beautiful bastards? Yeah! How you doing, guys? How you doing? I have a special story time for you here, guys, and I cannot do this video without my friend JP. We could not get this done without him because we were both there that night, and it's different perspectives from the same story, guys. It's going to be a banger today. So, you want to just get right into it?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So, we used to be a couple of wild childs, guys. We were a lot younger when this happened. I don't really want to specify age because it could incriminate us. Anyway, so we were a lot younger, and when you're a lot younger, you guys are about that action, or at least we were. So we've chilled out a lot in the time being. Most of the time, all we do is just work and get money and enhancing our hobbies every now and then, but not much static in our lives, thankfully.
Yeah.
Of course. So we found out that somebody was going to try to take advantage of one of our injured friends. This is a guy, they don't know weird shit, but they were going to get him out somewhere and then basically run his pockets. And we caught wind of this thing at like 2 p.m. that day, and it was supposed to happen at like 10.
Yeah.
So shame on you guys for not keeping that under wraps. Do better. So, dude, we caught wind of that of like 2 p.m. and we were like, run it, bro. So, and I'm going to change names. So we're going to call these people, let's see. We're going to call these people Dude and Bro. All right. So Dude and Bro were already at Dude's house. And Bro is more than about that action, I would say. Bro's still about that action.
Yeah.
Bro don't play, still to this day, to be honest with you. Bro will put his hands up and just beat your ass. Because he's got those kind of hands. He's a nutty person, bro. But great person nonetheless, bro. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Fucking with you the long way, brother. Yes, sir. So they were already at his house. We all go inside Dude's house, and Dude's family's all around us, and Dude's family's BTA too. They know what's going on. They're like, you guys gonna get him? And we're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we are. Yes, sir. Of course we're gonna get him. So, Dude and, we'll call her Bitch. Dude and Bitch. Bitch hit Dude up earlier that day and was like, hey, let's hang out. And then that's when we caught wind of the situation. We knew what was up, bro. We already knew what kind of time Bitch was on. So, Dude and Bitch leave, and we just wait for them to vacate the premises. And then we add a short tail, of course. And all of this, we are never planning to inflict any violence on anyone the entire time. We are just going to make sure that our friend is okay. 100% of the time. We never inflicted any violence on anybody, and we never intended to. So, we go up to where they are, and we're parked, I don't know, what would you say? Because they were here, and then we parked like down here, so I don't know, probably like the 200 yards.
Yeah, something like that.
The 200 yards. And it's late, you guys. It's like 11 p.m. and we lived in a very, very small town at the time. Nobody's out because I'm pretty sure this was a weekday.
Yeah.
It was like a Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking redneck town.
Oh, way out there. So we are watching and there's no traffic at all. So bro's like, hey, I'm going to drive up and drive past, and then we're going to go up here and turn around. And I'm like, okay, sounds like a good idea.
And he was crazy.
So we drive past him, and we're coming back down, and we're like, oh, dude, I think this is a bust. Nothing's going to happen. Somebody saw something, and somebody's chickened out. Good deal. We didn't want anything to happen. We were literally just there as, like, security. So then all of a sudden, we see a vehicle drive past. And bro's like, that's gotta be them. That's gotta be them. This is it. Boys all ready. Turns around, looks at me, looks at JP, and I'm like, run it, bro. Let's go. So we slowly creep up that thing. Lights off, I do believe. I don't believe he had his lights on. Turned his lights off going up the hill. Get a little ahead of ourselves now. All right. So he's like, I ain't got good eyes. I'm in the passenger seat like, what have I done? Oh no. So we're driving up the mountain and we see them. And bro, these guys are wearing like, do you guys know like the reflective Halloween masks that you used to try on when you were kids at like Walmart? And you remember like, stop it, you're gonna catch lice. You're stop it, you're gonna catch chlamydia. Something's gonna come from the mask. Ah! Whatever. Anyway, my mom did at least, or my grandma, God rest her soul. She's watching this laughing, bro. It's okay. So, we are, what would you say, 10 feet?
Something like that.
And bro says, click, 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 brought lights, whoa! And just like, dude, these guys barely dodged the car. And this is a Buick. It was a big bitch. Big old grandma car, okay? This thing was a big bodied sedan. Massive. So, I think they jumped over the railing.
They did.
They jumped over the railing. And so, I don't think we made it. After we saw them dip, we jumped out and we were like, what's up? What are you doing? We wanted to talk to you. Come on, let's play. And something of the fashion anyway. I mean, that was something like that, right?
We were trolling them, you know.
Of course. So we get to where dude and bitch are, and dude's like clowning bitch on Snapchat, la 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 la, and bro's got bitch's keys. And this is where it should have ended. But we decided, hey, we're a couple of smart people. We're not taking wallets. We're not taking cell phones. We're not taking nothing but the means we need to get up there and the means to defend ourselves, right? That was really fucking dumb. That was really fucking stupid. In hindsight, bad idea. Right then, great idea. They're not gonna get our stuff, man, even if they do beat us up. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So, bro's like, hey, bitch, you're gonna take Khan down the hall and you're gonna take him back to dude's house so he can get his phone and find dude and find out what's going on, because dude was no longer present at the scene. He was in a vehicle chasing another vehicle for some reason. I don't really remember why that was going on. I just know he wasn't there.
So what had happened was the vehicle that originally dropped the two dudes off was coming back up to try to grab them. I guess maybe they texted the chick or something that dropped them off. Homie that, originally drove up there with bitch or whatever, was like hopping in the car that we took up there and chased her down the mountain. So now It's just me, him, our other homie, and this girl, and we know the other two motherfuckers are still down over the rail down in the woods chilling.
Lots of taunting went on. We taunted them for, I do believe, about 30 minutes.
Roughly, yeah.
And eventually, bro's like, hey, bitch, take Andy down the hill, see what's going on. Take him back to dude's house, he can get his phone. So I get in her car, and I'm like, hey, bitch, listen here. I don't want to hurt nobody. I never wanted to hurt nobody. I was just looking out for my friend who had a torn ACL, by the way, you guys, from a motorcycle crash. Walking with a cane at 22?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like 22 years old, walking with cane, fucked himself up, crippled damn near, can't run away, couldn't fight. There's no way he could square up and box with you, bro. Defenseless, basically, just like a kitten. So like, I'm like, hey bitch, I never wanted to hurt nobody. Get me back to dude's house. We won't have no problems. I'm not gonna hurt you. She's like, I'm not going to dude's house. I was like, flip switch. Listen here. Nobody goes home if I don't. So, needless to say, guys, bitch dropped me off. That's the last I ever saw a bitch. Never heard from her again. I never saw nothing of her again, to be honest with you. She kind of fell off the face of the earth for good reason. She's a piece of shit. And now I am going to turn it over to my boy JP because I wasn't here for the remainder of this story time, you guys. And this is where it gets fucking good.
Alright, guys. Story gets a little dark from here. So yeah, once he hopped in her car, they go down the hill, right? So at this point, keep in mind, it's just me and the other homie, and then it's these two dudes down the hill, right?
And it's like, what, 11:30?
Yeah.
It's late.
Yeah.
There's no sun, and I'm pretty sure it was a new moon. It was dark.
And it's up at the top of a mountain. Like, nobody's up there. Like, nobody. It's dead at night. So, homie looks at me. He's like, hey, you think anybody's, going to come up here? Like, talking about the two dudes. And I was like, yeah, more than likely, because they know that there's not going to be headlights up here. They're not going to hear any cars or any people. They're probably going to walk up here, think everything's good. And homie was a bit of a hard ass. He was wearing... And before he went, he said, if you get near me, chances are I'm going to hit you, so be careful. Kept that in mind. I had a in my hand, by the way. But, kind of forgot about that at this certain point, which I'll get to here in a moment. Because you learn you're not invincible. When you're young, you think you are, right? I thought I was up until this night. So, homie, we're walking up, and this dude's walking around the fucking guardrail, right? He's coming back up the hill up from where these woods are. He walks around, and I just hear, what's up, motherfucker?
What's up, fucker?
And, sorry, YouTube. And then our dude that's got the... just walks up, bam, 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 like, hits...
Can you hear it?
Yeah, like you could hear the shots. Like,
what does it sound like?
Hitting him hard. It's bam.
It was like solid,
bam,
like.
Bam, yes.
Oh my god.
It was bad. Dude hit him hard.
Through the mask.
Yes, and then
it
all
was
of
a plastic
sudden,
mask too. It wasn't like a ski.
Yeah.
It was a plastic like Halloween mask. So dude, like, bro broke the mask, and dude, that's crazy.
All of a sudden, I just hear my homie, he's like, I'm gutted, I'm hit. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, my brain's like, oh shit, fight or flight mode, right? Homie starts running past me. I'm like, what's going on? So, I just look over at this dude, and it's dark, but I just see he's got something in his hand. He's walking towards me all like Michael Myers-esque. I'm telling you, like, he's just chill. He knows he's in control. He knows he's got this in his hand. He's basically playing God at this very moment. He's walking towards me, and I'm like, nah, fuck this. I turn around, I run down the hill. I'm trying to get down to my homie, check on him. I turn around, dude's still walking towards me, so I couldn't speak. I was nervous.
In shock, basically.
Basically, yeah. So all I did was just raise the in my hand. I couldn't say anything, so dude just turns around, goes back, up the hill. I'm like, oh great, he's gonna go get his homie, I'm dead. So I go down to our friend, and he got 5 times, but primarily in the stomach, right? So I'm trying to like hold him up, and I have my shirt off, he has his shirt off, so he's just like bleeding all over me, and I'm not even thinking about that at the moment, of course. I'm like, oh shit, this is real, he's gonna die, like we're gonna go to prison, this is crazy. All of a sudden, dude or their homies driving up the hill chasing their getaway car, right? And I had to lay homie on the ground because he said he couldn't stand up anymore. He's like, I can't stand up. I need you to
He
go
was
down.
like, dude, I'm just gonna preface, bro is mixed. So bro is like dark complexion.
Yeah.
And he was like my color. Like he was white, bro.
Yeah, went like later that night at the hospital. He looked like a ghost. because I had to lay him down. Dude's chasing chick up the hill. I'm waving him down like, hey, yo, this shit's like not a game anymore. This shit's not cool, whatever. Like, let's drop this shit. Chick swerves around me. Homie stops in front of me, gets out. What happened? I explain to him what happened. We get him in the car, right? He gets our buddy in like the passenger seat up front. I'm sitting behind the passenger seat. He's just hauling ass down the mountain. He's calling his mom and his grandma. He's frantic. Hey, I need you guys to call 911. I don't want to call him. You know, like, he's nervous, obviously. Who wouldn't be, right? Like, look at what just happened out of nowhere. He's thinking what I'm thinking. We're going to go to jail, right? So, they end up calling 911. 911 calls his cell phone. Hey, we need you to meet us at the bottom of the hill. He's like, ma'am, I can't. Like, I got to get my friend to the ER. Like, he's panicking at this point because, you know, like, they were best friends. Like, I get it, you know, if homie here started getting I'd probably be panicking too. But luckily, like, I just been watching TV and stuff, and I guess just, I'm like a sponge when it comes to certain things, and I looked over, saw a bunch of, like, jackets and shit, and I grabbed one, reached around and, like, pressed it to his stomach, and just tried to hold the wound to, like, keep him from bleeding as we're going down the hill. We get down to the ER. They rush out, and they got like a wheelchair. They put homie in the wheelchair. Yeah, he's pale as a ghost, and he's just profusely sweating. He looks like somebody just dumped water all over him. Like, he's soaked in his own sweat, right? Okay, and then let's say a couple days go by, and after, you know, we get him in the hospital, he gets checked out and everything. The police come that night. I thought I was going to get interviewed that night. I didn't, so I thought I was off the hook. And I don't mean off the hook in a way like, oh, I don't want to be in trouble, you know. I was concerned for our friend's safety. I was also concerned that us and our friend that was in the hospital were going to go to prison. One of our other friends, the one that drove that night, he ended up getting questioned by some detectives, so he's hitting me up on trying to, like, make a story, trying to get me to go with a certain story. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to, you know, get anybody involved legally in case anything ever were to be brought up. But long story short,
but you know, to make a long story short.
So anyway, long story short.
Why do people say long story short? They're not making it short, Stan.
Our homie that's in the hospital, he starts to recover. He tells the detectives the truth of everything that happened, everything. While our other homie told them, you know, a little bit of a lie, right? Said we were just up there hanging out and some dudes popped up on us randomly. So that homie almost gets a charge for lying to detectives. Luckily, me and him never had to talk to any detectives. I don't know how that happened. I guess it's because they got the truth so quickly, they didn't even have to come to us.
Well, I mean, the fact that bro was just like the victim of the situation and told them a concurrent story, I think, is what really messed dude up, or messed dude's opportunity with the detective up. But I just remember getting to the hospital because I went to dude's house and I knock on the door and I don't even get that second knockout, and dude's mom opens the door and is like, they dude. And I was like, who? They were like, bro. And I was like, no way, dude. She was like, you need to take us to the hospital right now. And I was like, let's go. And I remember getting to the hospital and I see this guy right here just like, dude, he looked like he had killed somebody. I mean, dude, you had so much blood on you.
It was crazy.
Like, it's crazy. And that pretty much, I think, sums it up, really.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for this one, man.
Maybe we can get the other two guys at some point if they feel like telling their part of the story.
For sure. We got to get bro on the pod, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
We got to get bro on the pod.
Yeah, and maybe be looking out for my channel in the next 2 weeks if homie feels like shouting it out.
For sure. We're going to put every little bit of tag on this video, man. I got you. For sure.
My dude.
Yes, sir.
And check out more of his content, man. He's definitely a character, and he's got more coming for you guys.
Yes, sir. All day. Thank you guys for watching so much. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you made it to this point of the video, you guys, you're the fucking truth. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and give me a subscription if you haven't at this point. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Signing off, Connor and Andy and JP. Hey!